It's lights out, and away we go! Alright, I can't do it right. Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to a very special Saturday live stream where we can finally definitively answer the question, hey Quill, are you gonna play F1 Manager? Yes. Yes, I am. Maybe we can get rid of that Moobot macro and free up a slot for something else. Or maybe we should just leave it there forever. Oh, man, oh man, oh man. I'm so hyped for this. I think a lot of people are probably hyped for this. We did have a poll. Now, originally, I was thinking that maybe we'd play the red car because I have Ferrari branded merch and I thought that might go well. But a few people, when I put up the poll, said, no, F1, I mean, if Ferrari, you always be P1, P2, something like that. And pretty overwhelmingly, the underdogs led the poll. In fact, in the end, it was basically going to be very close between Haas and McLaren. But Haas won by a fair margin, so we're going to go ahead and give that a try. You can see I did do a little bit of practice with Aston Martin. Aston Martin I was so disappointed with this season because I love the color of the Aston Martin. I love the branding, the idea of Aston Martin as a brand in here. I love me some Seb Vettel. And man, oh man, we're not doing very well this season. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll practice with them at least. Maybe it'll go better. I don't know. But I didn't know what people would go for. I only did a race, 2 races maybe, as Aston Martin, just to understand the UI. But yeah, we're gonna be rock stars, or we're gonna be fucking wankers. In the immortal words of Gunther Steiner, and play as Haas today. We're gonna go a pretty big underdog. Not full underdogs, really, although it's hard to say at the back of the grid. They're all pretty underdoggy. Gunther needs a bigger boat, yes. Oh. Smashes a dollar. Yes. I mean, Steiner's just got greatest quotes. She's very quotable. Have you seen the new trailer for Grand Tour in the Scandies? No! Really? Oh, that's so exciting! Oh, I'll definitely have to check that out. Yeah, Aston Martin's been the most disappointing team in F1 this year. That's saying something with Ferrari messing up the strategy every chance. Yeah, that was the other thing. If we played Ferrari, anytime we made a mistake, we could just, you know... I was actually thinking about ordering, like, a little clown nose to wear for that sort of thing. Steiner did a promo video for F1 Manager? I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Hot take, Aston Martin are bigger underdogs than Haas. And that's possibly true. That's possibly true. But anyway, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to quickly, first act of new team principal, rename the team to Predator. Ah! Predator Racing from Motorsport Manager. Yes, indeed. We're going to read the subs and resubs, but then we're going to dive right in. For this stream, because Saturday we got 4 hours to play with, we might do like the whole set of like FP1, FP2, FP3, quali, and then the race. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything remotely close to that on our Motorsport Mondays. Not if we're going to get everything in time. Because, I mean, it is like the full race experience. You can do time acceleration, different things, but we need to do a little simulation of this or that. We'll see how it goes. Playing as Ferrari, you could blame your mistakes as channeling your inner Binotto. Yes, indeed. Where's my dashboard? We got resubs coming in from Rufus Brutus at 8 months. Banana Cabana is at 57 months and says yeet. Rostislav is at 20 months. Nevia, whoops, that just scrolled, is at 79 months. You Bring Lightens at 54. F1 Hype. Ooh. F1 Hype and happy birthday to me. Howdy, Quill18 and Chat Cheeses. We just got a whiskey and chocolate from Cool Man Nacho. Thank you very much. The green is the color of life and happiness and plants. My birthday's on Sunday next week. Oh, that's right. The 4th of September. Prepare yourself for that Sunday. Well, Cool Man, that you share a birthday with a kiss for luck. Just wanted to note that. That's pretty cool. And happy pre-birthday, and we'll try to remember that next week as well. We got Cold Heart resumming at 11 months. So how about how many vrooms I could expect this stream? You can expect all the vrooms. Hawkins is at a 12-month Twitch anniversary. Hey, Hawkins. Eric sits at 94 months. Job's at 75. Raptor Online is at 50 months and says, when the past, present, and future go camping, they always argue. It's intense, tense, intense. Kalaric is at 49 months. Bjarn Narsoner. Sorry. is at 20 months. DBMSX is at 26. Rangers at 17 months. Elm is at 64. Indeed, that power of 2, baby. And Coolman's actually doing a resub today as well with 91 months from Coolman, who says, hello, Quilly team. Life is getting harder and harder every day. This is your reminder. Pay all your bills this upcoming Thursday since the first bank day of the month of September. Thanks for the life advice, Coolman. Delaric is at 21 months. Valinor's at 51. Jabberwocky's at 8 months. Trotter, 26. Wymie's at 86 months. Goonty's at 59. Deadmate, 96 months from Deadmate. Orpheus is at 57. Thank you very much for that. And just now we've got Lockdar at 66, Icer Joker at 92, Hoosier Howdy at 2 months. Thank you very much for all that. Incognito as well at 14 months. Cheers to all you. Let's go racing. I did see Audi's announcement that they're going to be joining F1. That's great. More teams, more better. Ooh, more whiskey, more chocolate, more better. Halco, thank you. Says hashtag Emma for life. Also, vroom vroom. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of references, I think, to the old Motorsport Manager going on in here. We'll see. How is the music in the game? Is it a little on the loud side? Is it perfect? You guys let me know, and we're gonna go and get started on your career. Oh, not more teams? They're replacing someone else? Or someone's dropping out? Music's fine. Rear right? All right, cool. We'll have to do another check of that once we start racing, because the motor engines in some of the videos can be quite loud. New career. Let's do this.
Formula One, a sport that spans hearts, minds, and nations, where the 20 best drivers in the world come together to take on some of the world's most historic circuits. And that legacy continues today. The 2021 championship was thrilling from start to finish.
I mean, it's interesting with like the real video, you know?
Even better. New regulations will usher in an age of pioneering changes. New driving talent alongside returning champions will be dueling it out to the bitter end. The pressure will be on the team principals in the upcoming season as they manage their drivers, their cars, and the whole team to push to victory.
Okay, so Audi is replacing a team, but they're going to be producing new power units. That's good, because there's always the worry that all teams are going to end up with the same power unit at some point. So it's good that they're adding new ones into the mix, especially with Honda leaving. Okay.
Mercedes returned to F1 in 2010.
We're not going to play as Mercedes. We're not going to play as Red Bull. I got to say, some of them are better than others. Like, the Lewis close-up. Oh, I wonder. Okay. Lewis is like, damn, that's a good Lewis Hamilton. And then wait until they get to poor Georgie with, like, yellow, waxy, spray tan skin. Like, what? And it keeps happening. It's like, I think they did a pretty good Verstappen. Like that's not bad actually. I mean it looks 3D. It doesn't look as realistic as Hamilton. And then like I don't know, the face proportions are pretty good, but I find some of them are hit and miss. Yeah, the Russell was really bad. That was the one that really stood out to me. Oh yeah, Danny Rick was really bad too. You're 100% right. Actually, I don't think they did a good job on Norris either. I think he's just way too tan.
And winning numerous drivers and constructors championships over the years.
Danny Rick just looks like someone you don't want to go into the back of a van with.
Overall, with Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris.
Show Russell again? All right, hold on. All right, yeah. So really good Lewis, and then whatever this is. Here's the thing: with some of them, the face shapes are perfect, but they didn't do the skin tones very well. With Russell, it's not the right face proportions or the right skin tone. I just feel so bad for him. Some of them are really good. So we're going to be playing as Haas, apparently.
Back in 2016, and they've had a good start to their team career, peaking at.
That's a pretty good mix. They did his eyes really well.
Last season, they finished 10th, but they spent a lot of time and focus on designing their car for 2022.
That's not a bad K-Mag. I feel like this part is good for him, and I think his cheekbones aren't quite right.
Coupled with hungry drivers,
wanted to play the red car, has at least half a red car. I mean, that's true.
They'll be pushing their performance.
But yeah, they did a great job. Yeah, I don't think K-Mag is as good, but he's not horrible. I think they did a great job with Mick. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be playing as Haas, apparently. Our season objective is apparently to be a 6th overall. That's the thing. Haas has the potential to be a solid mid-season car this year in 2022, real life and in this game, which I think is going to be kind of nice. We do have a low starting budget, which is going to be hard. Apparently our drivers are considered the worst, and we have the worst headquarters, but decent staff, whatever that means, and performance 7th out of 10. We do have the Ferrari engines, which were performing pretty good this year for parts of it. It's been kind of hit and miss, including some explosions, but we'll see. Yeah, we got Pietro Fittipaldi as a reserve. I don't think I'm going to do any driver swaps right away. I think we're going to try to go with Schumacher and K-Mag here. Oh, you want to see Alonso, the other team? Okay, let's take a look at the other teams,
Alpine
see how
is
everyone
a new
looks.
name in
Sure.
2021, bringing
Alpine.
F1 drivers Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon back into the spot. Alpine finished.
At least
the
he doesn't have the
2021
super
season
waxy
in
Russell
5th place
skin.
in the constructors' standings, with their first race
Yeah,
win
that looks like
secured by
Ocon, except like way more intense
Grand
maybe
Prix.
than in real life. That's actually, I think they did a good job in Ocon. This is fine, just a little, yeah. Yeah, his hair's hard to do in 3D though.
Since 2020.
All right, Pierre.
For being the proving ground for
Yeah, that's Pierre Gasly, like dead on.
Last season,
Holy
they ended in
crap!
6th overall.
Like the skin textures, little blemishes here and there. I think it's a little too smooth for Yuki, but it's not terrible. Yeah, no, I think Pierre, you're right, is kind of perfect. Like you can tell it's a video game. The thing is, I feel with Hamilton, a little bit of it, you'd be like, that might be real. I think they did a lot better with like Driver 1 and Driver 2.
Sebastian Vettel, the legendary four-time world
That's
champion,
fine for Seb.
one of those coveted driving seats. Despite some teething problems,
That is really
Aston
not
Martin
ideal
gave
with
a
Stroll.
solid showing and finished the season in 7th place overall. Heading into 2020,
Seb looks really friendly, which I like. They captured the fact he looks friendly. Let's take a look at the Williams. We could make an all-Canadian team with Latifi and Stroll.
Championships in their heyday. The Williams family
Yeah,
sold the team
actually,
in 2020, and the
that's fine for
2021
Latifi.
season saw them fighting well from start to end. They finished 8th overall.
Yeah, no, that's
thanks to
really
some
not good for
incredible
Alex
performances by
Albon.
George
Oh, poor
Russell.
guy.
Alfa Romeo boast an impressive Formula
The
1
goatee,
history,
exactly.
dating right back to 1950 when they won the very
Okay,
first
they got
Drivers' World Championship.
Bottas's
However,
like sort of like
2021 saw them finish
fluffy
in 9th
cheeks.
overall, with no podium finishes to their name.
Okay, from the side, I thought Joe was bad, but right dead on, I thought that was pretty good.
F1's first ever Chinese race driver.
Anyway, let's hass it up, baby. Career settings. I'm gonna turn off the first time guidance, and we're gonna call ourselves Quill. Oh, you can't double. Yeah, there's some UI consolitis, unfortunately. We can't select that, but that's okay. We don't have to type much. Quill Steiner. Hey, Emma. No, Emma's busy running Air United. I do like the idea of Quill Steiner, but we'll go with Quill 18. It's fine. Yes, I want to continue. First time guidance runs your first practice sessions at bar. Yeah, they do get you to just simulate practice the first time through when you're doing the practice. It was very useful though. Very useful. So with the guidance, what happens is you get a voiceover on every screen that introduces you to every screen, but also it's kind of a tutorial where they step you through a few things, including like, well, this practice, let's just simulate it and then focus on the next thing and whatever. Could have gone Quill 8-Tiner or 8-Steiner. Oh, that's true. Throw more water bottles. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take a look. So we've got a variety of screens. This home screen, a lot of these are shortcuts to the other ones. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just go through these screens one at a time. We do get our inbox over here. Hey, sup. Excellent. Sounds good. Calendar overall, sure, whatever. We're not too concerned about looking at this right now. That's going to be okay. Although we do have some events going on right now. Sponsor obligations, so there's going to be sponsors doing a tour at the factory. And these do things. We can look at when we get to the sponsorship page. What happens with these things is while they're touring the factory, so factory event over here, you don't do any car part manufacturing while this is going on because, you know, you have to clean everything up, make sure all the stuff that would be like NDA'd has to be hidden away, and you got to be ready to give a cool demo for the sponsors and things. So you're not doing real work the same way with that. Circuits, so these are all the circuits we're going to be running at. So we're going to be starting at Bahrain over here. Lots of straights at Bahrain. I think top speed is going to be kind of critical over here. I suspect the weather is going to be probably fairly dry. Historic safety car chance, 100%. All right. Yeah, we can continue the race weekend over here. We're going to have to do some setup over here in a second. But yeah, we've got our circuit info overall for the race that we can take a look at. We can see the important parts. So here, the cornering, it's the medium speed corners are particularly critical here and here, but also acceleration's kind of key. So, you know, time considerations over here. I don't think we're going to really look into this too hard. It is interesting to see the expected strategies listed here. So it looks like it's a two-stopper is almost 100% going to be the case. One on over here, track abrasiveness is high, so that makes a lot of sense that it's going to be a two-stopper. And then, yeah, we get predicted compound times. Time loss from degradation, that's interesting, and average lap time. So the mediums and hard are actually very similarly performant. Very similarly performant. Which is interesting. Yeah, it does start with, like, the race weekend right away. I think there's, as you get near the end of the season, there's going to be more, like, planning for the next season kind of vibe. But, yeah, it does dive you right into this. We got our performance targets here for various sponsorship things. This is reminiscent of Motorsport Manager. So our qualifying targets. So we get a bonus. If we get to Q3, we are going to get a bonus. It's qualifying in F1 these days is a 3-step qualifying. All 20 cars go out for Q1, and then the 5 slowest get knocked out. So the top 15 go to Q2. And then again, the 5 slowest get knocked out. The top 10 at that point go to Q3, and then they do that. And then everyone's best time then determines their starting order. So if we could get to Q3, we would get an extra $126,000 from one of our sponsors. That's not very likely, but it is a pure bonus. You can also do a guarantee. So the downside with the guarantee is that if you don't achieve this guarantee, you actually lose some money. So, for example, we could guarantee that we're at least going to reach Q2, right? So we're not going to be in the bottom 5. And if we do that, then we get some money. But if we don't do it, we will lose out on money. And honestly, I don't know if we can... I don't think we can guarantee that we can get to Q2 at this point. Not blind. Maybe we do, and then from this point forward we can. But yeah, so there's all these little extra mechanics that we can work with. Yeah, so we get a bonus for fastest lap. That's not going to happen. And then, yeah, you can do streaking where you like do the similar kind of things in a row. And then there's also bonuses for that. But, yeah, I don't know how temperature will affect tire deck. That'll be interesting as well. So, right, that was circuits, race over here. Yeah, our drivers are good. Our cars have all their parts fitted. I don't know if we have any spare parts or anything. We can check the warehouse. I think there would be a number listed. Oh, I do have a upgraded suspension available, actually. I remember that from the tutorial, or not, well, sort of the tutorial. So now I'm a little confused. Like, it's a little annoying that it doesn't show us. Yeah, I think these are all the same gearboxes. They're just spares. But the suspension, we actually do have a different... So we have 4 of these Haas 22s, S1s, and we have a single one of these S2s, and it's definitely a better suspension. So we should throw this on a car. I think Schumacher's in car 1 and K-Mag's in car 2. K-Mag has the best current stats. I'm actually wondering about giving him the better suspension. We'll take a look at our drivers soon. Done. There you go. But yeah, it would be nice if at a glance you could see... Normally, when you finish manufacturing something, you get an inbox message letting you know that there's a new part, so you can just kind of respond to that. Give it to K-Mag, Mick will crash. Don't blow anything on Mick. So let's take a look at our drivers, actually, and see our situation. So we got Mick Schumacher over here. He's only 22 years old. His growth potential is only listed as average. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Because I think with Lance Stroll, they have his growth potential set to high. Because I think they did consider him having improved a lot. Huh. So he's got a 76 rating. And the growth potential affects how quickly you get development points, which then you can use to boost your driver. Yeah, I'm actually really... that's too bad. I was really hoping that he'd have, like, maybe low current stats, but higher growth potential? Like, I gotta see him to, like, very high, but, like, a 71. You dropped Mick and made Piastri drive for you. Oh, and that's interesting, because we do have a reserve, so he's only at a 66. Oh, he still also has only average and low aggression. I mean, which you know, lower chance of a crash, I suppose, but we want the overtakes. Oh no, you said Piastri, not Fittipaldi. Oh, interesting. If we look at K-Mag, oh, see, they have the same growth potential for him. Although, of course, he's older, he's not going to be around quite as long in the industry, but he's got a higher rating currently. What's his weak spot? Control. And defending. A bit of braking and stuff for, like, pure pace. So K-Mag's not going to do well in a fight, is what it looks like at a glance, but he's going to be good on pure pace. I always think K-Mag is older and he is 4 days younger than me. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I mean, K-Mag is an old man of the sport. He's a veteran of the sport. And honestly, he does look a little older. I think the sport has aged him a wee bit. But yeah, we could do a replacement. Like, I mean, we could sort by current rating and then find someone who might be cheap or even a free agent or an F2 driver. We could do some scouting. Like, so, Johan, I don't know how he pronounces that, I know where he's from. But he might be someone we could look at, right? He's currently an F2 driver with a 73 rating. So he's only 3 points lower than Schumacher right now, but maybe he has more potential. So if we do a scouting, so a standard scout 10 days and does show growth potential, detailed scout will show us their salary and everything like that. So we could use that as a hint into our negotiation. Let's scout Daruvula. I don't watch a lot of F2, and I probably should. And then Jack Doohan over here, who's only 19. And he's got the 72. Let's do a standard scout on both these guys. And then we'll see what we can do. We should also, I mean, we also want to consider what our contracts are with our various drivers. Okay, so yeah, he's not under contract for that long. He's cheap to break a contract. Actually, I think both our drivers probably have a short contract. Oh, 3-year deal with K-Mag. And expensive to break right now. I think it'll go down as the years go by. But yeah, it would be expensive to break K-Mag, but it would be cheap to drop Schumacher, even though it feels completely wrong to do. How's our staff? Actually, that's not bad. When I started playing as Aston Martin, actually their race engineers were quite good. I think there might have been both in the 80s, but their designers were like maybe low 60s. Although it did make it pretty obvious that they had to be replaced. As is, that's not a terrible staff over here. But then, you know, we've got engineering team where we can we have our team size we can do. It looks like we can't increase beyond 10. That might be by virtue of, yeah, if we build more facilities, maybe we could get more engineers and stuff. But right now we don't have that much money. I mean, it's Haas we're talking about, right? Everything's on a budget all the time. Yeah, we can only have 2 scouts, and I think we just sent them both out. Pit crew. Oh, that's interesting. Well, we can change their practice. Holy shit, our tire change skill is terrible. Let's focus on tire changes. Good God. That's awful. We just got bits. Oh, from Suspect, who says, fun fact, Jack Doohan's father is a legendary Australian MotoGP motorbike world champion. Wow. Wow. And yeah, this is going to come to YouTube. What I'll probably end up doing is like dividing the practice versus quali versus race or something like that. Because some people are going to want different bits than others. And obviously, like, you know, we're doing some setup over here that we won't normally have to worry about. Yeah, we only have 15 million in cash available right now. That's crazy. So, like, it would be really nice to develop some facilities here. Like, our factory is level 1, our wind tunnel is level 1, CFD simulator, fluid dynamics, all level 1. Oh, it cost us 7 million to upgrade. Now, in Motorsport Manager, when we were doing the Underdog Challenge, one of the big things was we're just going to tank the first couple of seasons and spend the money improving our factories and stuff like that full time. But I think we're going to not do that right now because I don't know what the investments are. I don't know how our budget's going to work in this game. You know, if we crash a car, it's going to be expensive to replace. Looks like driver sim at Haas. Wait. Oh, we have no race simulator, and we have no team hub. I wonder what it would cost to just build. Oh, $1 million. Okay, you know what? We're going to get a race simulator, so it exists. And we're going to team hub so that it exists as well. Okay, start those building. What about operations facilities? We have no hospitality area. Team attractiveness. Oh, that's probably for sponsors. Helipad. Memorabilia room. Yeah, I don't know if we have much. Tour center. Oh, tour center makes money. That's not bad. It pays for itself in like 10 weeks. How's the hospitality? Yeah, you know what? Okay, this is going to be my last purchase. I'm going to hold off on the helipad and memorabilia. But we're going to spend some money here so that our drivers can get a little bit better with these two. This does have a payback period. And then the hospitality area, maybe we can get some better sponsors. Helipad's only 300k? Because, okay, you know what I'm biased about? Is because that was like a super endgame building in, wow, no, that's crazy. In Motorsport Manager. What about the memorabilia room? Still increases team attractiveness. And you know what? Screw it, they're cheap. All right, done. Okay. Spend some money, make some money. All right, let's check with the board. Board confidence. I mean, it's brand new, so everyone's fine. 6 and above. That's going to be tricky. We're definitely going to have to make some points. The long-term objective is podium contender. Score podiums in 25% of the season's race. And yes, there's upkeep, but, you know, hopefully it pays for itself. Holy shit. Rating band. Underdog. There, the board really wants performance here. Jeez. Rules and reg. I know a bunch of these things can be changed later on as well. Alright. And then finances. Who cares about that? We do have a cost cap. But yeah, we have a lot of cost cap remaining because we just don't have that much actual money. We could start doing some development. I should probably at least do, because I could manufacture new parts. Like apparently we can make slightly better suspension. But what I'm thinking of is I'm just going to start a new project. So we don't have one right now. We're going to start a new design project. And in the spirit of the 2022 cars, I kind of want to work on like the underfloor. You know what I mean? Because the underfloor was like all the talk at the beginning of the season. So I kind of feel like we're gonna roleplay that it's a similar thing and go ahead and do that. So just as is, it's gonna improve things. If we go and throw in some hours in the computational fluid dynamics simulator and the wind tunnel, which are limited. Right, we have about 7 hours total that we can do this season. I am thinking about like front loading this as much as possible. And yeah, there are breakpoints. Like as you put it in, nothing moves, nothing moves. Okay, high speed just went up for the dirty air cornering. Now the low speed dirty air cornering. I was hoping to get another tick to raw cornering. There's some over there. Wind tunnel hours. It does seem to have diminishing returns though. There's another tick there. Testing hours reset after 2 months. It's not per season. Oh, there. Oh, shit. Yeah. So it feels like we should maybe just dump a lot into this early on. Okay. Oh, there. If there's a click that doesn't do anything, I'll back it off. Oh, there we go. That click didn't do anything. So I'll just back off over there. So we're using about half for this period. You know what? Let's do it. Can you hire Newey? Adrian Newey? Yeah. So now when we click on this, we can then focus. We can add, like we can take points away from something, you know, and add some focus in different areas for different things. We can set a custom things like, oh, you know, high speed focus. And I mean, this is telling us in Bahrain, but of course this is in 11 days. The race that this is going to be ready for is going to be a while from now. Like, hey, by the time we get to Miami, what's the most critical? Oh, high speed? So then, yeah, maybe we focus on high speed performance and sort of target something there. But part of me is kind of okay with just doing balanced. Interesting. So optimized aerodynamics is airflow, not drag. Whereas high speed is we're focusing on drag reduction as much as possible. Optimized aero gave no downsides. Well, it might not be improving everything the same amount. Yeah, see? It wasn't improving the low speed quite as much. It's still improving it. Whereas, like, with high-speed performance, we actually lose some low-speed downforce in exchange for everything else. With optimized aerodynamics, everything still improves, but some areas not as much as others. So... focus everything for Secution Villeneuve. Just copy the car of the winning team. Who are we? Aston Martin? Racing Point? You know what? Who doesn't love frickin' high speed? Cargo Vroom! Now, we can put up to 6 engineers on this project. Then we've got the approach. So normal, they'll do it normal. It's fine. Rushing, it's a little more expensive. You don't get as much expertise, but you get it sooner. But then there's intense, which is interesting. We put in extra hours, which will be more expensive, but we'll gain more expertise, which seems like a great thing to do as early as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. $3 million project. Sure. And then I think we can have 2 design projects at the same time. So I kind of want to improve something else. A wing? Suspension, maybe? Let's try to plot to seduce Horner. Okay, I'm just going to dump the rest of my hours in here, although... oh, there we go. They didn't do any change. There we go. We don't have much money. Yeah, Intense did increase the cost a lot. Well, we did do one design, like we've got one upgraded suspension, but presumably this will be even more upgraded. Side pods? I feel like wings have the biggest actual impact on performance. I mean, maybe. I mean, that's kind of legit. I mean, a good suspension is nice. I suppose it's not going to do much for top speed, of course, but this is going to help, you know, cornering a lot, I would think. You know what? I guess what we'll do... tell you what, let's work on front wing. Because we did start off with potentially an upgraded suspension. Even that last one helped a little bit. Alright. I'll do balance for this one, it's fine. We use the rest of our engineers. And yeah, Intense did triple the cost. It's so expensive. But I'm hoping that it'll give us some key experience. So we'll do that. Okay, and then we won't do Intense for the future projects, but we'll start big. I'm not going to manufacture anything right now. We'll wait for the new designs to come in for tats. All right, I think that's everything we need to do sort of like pre-race setup here. I think let's just go race, baby. And if there is something important when it advances, it does prompt you over here, pauses. So we got some important emails. Audrey Mensa, car development staff. Okay, yes, getting introduced. Sponsor obligations. Yes, we checked on those. We talked about those. Season kickoff party. I mean, obviously, 10 grand. That's nothing. That's nothing. Of course we're going to have a party. Improve driver and staff morale. For sure, 100%. Woohoo! It's like Motorsport Manager with these things. Okay. Urgent. Suspension, low stop. Yeah, I know. We only have one of those. It's currently on car 2. We could manufacture a backup, but I figure if like the suspension dies, we'll just go. We've got 4 of the old ones. We'll just keep using that. It's going to be okay. Big party, everyone gets COVID. At least 3 slices for everyone. Whoa. You can't go back for seconds until someone's got it. Oh, we already have the helipad. That was fast. Memorabilia room. Okay. So yeah, there's some upkeep. But morale, team attractiveness. Okay. Let's get them sponsored. And I think someone said like upgrading the tour room gives you even more money per week. So once the tour center is done, we'll look into doing that. Race simulator. Huzzah. Post Bahrain testing results. Ah! We know where we stand compared to everyone else. All right, well, 10th in cornering out of 20. High-speed corners, bad. Top speed and acceleration, not great. I guess it's good we did our underfloor kind of acceleration. Tour center, yes. Okay. Oh, we scouted Jack Doohan. Take a look at him. Growth potential high. Huh. No, it's not 10 out of 10 there because we had some 14s. That was specifically car number 1. That was the setup of car number 1. So yeah, there wasn't out of 10 teams, it was out of 20 drivers. Compare drivers, yeah, with Mickey Shu here. So yeah, Mick currently is better, adaptable. Wow, he's got a lot more smoothness. Holy crap. Jack is going to chew through our tires if it's anything like Motorsport Manager. But he's got high growth potential, which I like. Mick is a smooth operator. Smooth operator. And then Daru here. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. I like Doohan. Do we just swap Mick out right away? Is that crazy? Jack is the son of legend. Mick who? No, poor Mick. Yeah, we could just pick him up as a reserve at least and give him a little practice. No one's last name is Shoemaker knows how to drive. Let's see how Mick does. You want to give Mick a chance? Oh yeah, we could check out Piastri. What's his first name? Because it's sorted by first name. Is it like Alf? Is it A? Oscar, thank you. It's like, it starts with a vowel, doesn't it? Hashtag fire Mick. Chop chop Mick. Oh man, this is gonna be just like when we were doing Motorsport Manager and we couldn't, the chat was so divided about what to do. I mean, his morale's high right now. Yeah, they don't have paid driver simulated in this game as far as I could tell. With like Stroll and things like that. Oh, I should move my head. I'm covering our money right now. Well, it'll be more important in terms of what our situation is in a race. But chop chop. Tell you what, we'll finish the extra scout and then we'll see. Oh, there you go. Tour center complete. And yeah, if we upgrade you, I mean, it's $250,000. Monthly upkeep goes up a little bit. Weekly upkeep goes up more, or income goes up more. It feels like these are good investments. Okay. All right, we're gonna race. We'll figure things out after. Important emails. Yes, scouting complete. Race prep, Bahrain. Okay. 2 race weekend. Dun, 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 dun. I think Middlehead will work well if you only cover. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we can.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small
Gonna drink my
footprint, but it's
generic
showing
brand
its big
cola.
spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back.
I don't think they simulate paid drivers, which seems weird.
And nothing is certain at this stage.
Oh, the F1 theme intro happens when you start the game. I like Crofty. All right. What a surprise. It's probably not going to be raining. Although we are going to get some clouds on Saturday. I don't know how much track temp affects things. I know you do get messages about your tires heating up and various things like that as you go. So we'll see. Oh, one of the things with this team, what I really liked with Aston Martin is you get to hear Vettel's voice while you race, and I did really enjoy that. No, the person who does the really bad script reading in this is Chandok. I like him in real life, but in this, he really does not come out natural. All right, so yeah, we got our sponsor targets, which we're gonna ignore. Various reports over here. All right, good to go. Continue. Cars are ready. Okay, so we can take a look at our setups over here. So right now, everything's in the middle of the line, and we're over here. We know we're gonna want, like, most likely, more oversteer here. This is gonna be very reminiscent to Motorsport Manager. Most likely, we're gonna want reduced braking stability. We're gonna want more emphasis on cornering. Straights, we don't know exactly where. So we can do a little bit of, they're not scripts, they took sound bites from real races. Well, from the races themselves, but the intro? I don't know. So, okay, front wing angle increases, okay, cornering and oversteer. Oh, which is definitely what we want. We're gonna want an aggressive front wing angle for this one. I don't know if we want to go all the way, you know, right now. Let's add in, like, some amount. Because everything else is going to affect everything else at the same time, right? So rear wing angle, you can see it, like, tweaks, like, quite a few different stats over here. Looks to me, we are going to want to reduce a rear wing angle, which makes sense to me, because I suspect what we probably want is more straights in here in general. Now these are going to get tweaked again as we go, but I can't, at this race at Bahrain, I have to assume we're going to want to tune a little bit towards straights. Yeah, there's some intense corners, but there's like 3 major straight sections. Anti-roll, oh yeah, increasing it gives brake stability and traction, otherwise you get cornering and oversteer. Feels to me, it's a little tricky, because I don't really want to lower traction too much. Let's leave this here for a second and see what else we can tweak. So tire camber, we've got corner oversteer versus braking stability and traction again. I think I want a little tire camber here. Because I'm looking to sort of center these bars a little bit. Although as we drive, these bars will shrink quite a bit and give us some more introduction. Oh, I'm thinking we want to lower the toe out. Maybe quite a bit. Like if we lower it to like here, let's leave a little notch so it's not extreme. If we do something like this, so cornering, we might want more cornering in the end, but let's do it. And we can do slightly different setups on both cars and then kind of compare. Actually, maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to screenshot here like so. I'm going to open it like so. Yeah, running plans, we're going to do 15 laps and try this out. And I guess we'll keep those settings there. Sure. Okay, so that's Mick's car. Now K-Mag's car. So I'm going to do... Maybe I'll go one further in every direction. One notch further than I did. There you go. Than on Schumacher's car. And we'll see maybe which one gets a little bit better. Okay. Gonna go to practice! So we can simulate it. We can simulate the session, so pre-practice 1. We can go and simulate all the practice going straight to qualifying. But we're gonna manage this first one. So it's an hour-long session. Real time.
Radio check.
Wait. Do we not even have Shumi's voice? They don't voice everything. They sort of do a mix and match, I've noticed. All right, let's send people out right away. Let's go Shushu. And yeah, there is some quality of life stuff in this console. Like, I don't think there's very many hotkeys. You can spacebar for pause, which is good. We got different camera angles. I kind of like the side pod view here. And then we can type something.
It's whiskey
We
and
need to back
chocolate.
off. Copy.
There you go. So you get a little bit of feedback there, right? Oh. I think there might be an internal timer for some of these notices. Oh, we got double whiskey and chocolate. Yeah, I've taken some screenshots that, to me, look like they could be from the actual game. Now, this annoys me a lot. When you mouse over some of these different categories, it does this and, like, hides the view. And the only way I've found to, like, dismiss this is to mouse over on the other side, so we can see the full leaderboard. Yeah, maybe some scaling of the UI would be quite nice. I know some people with, like, super wide monitors have something a little bit wacky. But yeah, there's a little consolitis, but we'll see. Whiskey and chocolate. Oh, no one, thank you very much. Hire Monty, fire Monty. How can we do F1 without Monty? Also, thousands of hours, highly proprietary research have revealed that parts affect speed the most. Highly recommend removing the brakes. Yeah, you're right. The brakes do hurt our speed a lot. You got that right. And Eye of Polyphemus, thank you, says F1-ly, finally, F1-ly. Thank you very much for that. This is the first race, although we're just in practice now. So what's going to happen is they're going to do 15 laps. And in the meantime, what they're going to do is they're going to get track acclimatization. So this is how much the drivers are used to the track. They're going to learn their car parts, which does get reset as you replace some car parts. And then they're also going to give us feedback. The 0-5, they're going to give us feedback on each of the 5 configurable things that we can do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to maximum speed over here. Oh, there's a yellow flag somewhere. Someone may have run wide. Now, you can get the camera view at normal speed and at ×2 speed. But beyond that, it goes to the map view over here. Maldano. So we're just going to go here. They're going to complete their 15 laps. We'll get a little bit of feedback with some of the cars. It'll slow down to 1 speed when there's an event that happens, which is kind of nice. You can configure that in the options. There's not a ton of options, I gotta say. If we go into our settings here, so pause for team radio dilemmas, and we slow to 1x game for high priority notifications, or we can just stop them completely if you just want to burn through things quickly. There's a very important button here to replace licensed music for streaming, so we don't get flagged. I'm curious as to what this music is. Display. I mean, these. Not a lot there. There's some settings here. Just got to set to high by default. Yeah, controls is just whether the cursor gets locked. That's it. And then I turned on subtitles for us. So not a ton of options. Sign Hamilton. Yeah, as Haas, I'm sure we can afford that. Imagine 16 times in the driver's seat, right? I mean, so I'm thinking we'll probably do more like, you know, regular time kind of view stuff when we're in the actual race. Someone else ran wide. And in the race, you get replays that you can do. Are we following... No, that's not... Is that Joe? Oh no, this is not telling us the running order. This is based on times and the thing. I'm like, this is clearly a Williams. What's going on? Maybe we're following Gotifi. He doesn't have a time locked in yet. We'll see. So we're the F1 license game won't let us play the F1 theme song. Well, yeah, the theme song played when I started the game, but maybe it doesn't play, now that I think about it, when I've got the license music turned off. Yeah, it's basically Motorsport Manager, but with like much better graphics and real world licensing. Okay, so we're gonna go back to super duper high speed stuff here. Oh, I forgot that I tweaked some of their settings. Actually, I don't mind like maybe taking it a little easy on the tires here. I don't know if it affects what kind of feedback we're gonna get. Looks like you guys can push. You've got plenty of fuel in there. And yeah, I can't... Sometimes you can close those, and sometimes you can't. I don't know. It's weird. Vroom, 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 vroom. So just burn through your fuel. Do your 15 laps. Oh.
Kev, how's the balance?
I'm not getting a voiceover! Oh, we're not gonna... This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We're gonna have to switch teams. I don't know if they got K-Mag's voice in. Because I can tell you with Aston Martin, we got all the voices. Sometimes it doesn't play. Yeah, but I would have liked that one. And I know they don't play it every time to avoid repetitiveness, but it feels like if you're hearing the engineer, you should hear the driver. You know? I have his voice? Just, okay. Alright. Okay, so K-Mag, you can come in. Because you've done...
How was the balance?
It was okay.
There it is.
Okay, understood.
So yeah, we have the full info. So we're going to bring these guys in as well. Oh, it auto-zooms after you do the call-in. That's quite nice. Although then it keeps zooming even when they come in. The other thing is the reconfigure takes a little while, but then you have to make sure to keep an eye on it because you have to manually send it out after a reconfigure, which is a little bit annoying to me. 76% confidence versus 75. Okay, 76 right off the bat is pretty amazing. So again, we kind of, with the tuning, we kind of did a guessing with like Schumacher, like an educated sort of, we think, and then we just did it the same on K-Mag, but more extreme. It was less good there, so we might want to do some copying. So we've got great in 3 categories, good over here. There's also optimal, so it technically can be a little bit stronger. Most likely we want a little bit more oversteer and a little bit more of the cornering rating, which I've got to assume, yeah, front wing angle is going to be the thing. I wonder if we give 2 notches of front wing angle. I mean, I suppose we may as well try. And that might be the only thing I adjust over here. Because it does have a slight effect on other things. Although, you know what? I'm betting the straights, the optimal is probably towards the left here. Well, maybe not. And yeah, each driver has their own style, so it's not going to work the same. Same as in Motorsport Manager. There's no one-size-fits-all kind of vibe. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to take another screenshot here, though, of what we got here. And so that's going to be okay. We do have to switch tires. So yeah, it did default us to the softs and didn't change. I'm going to do some hard running here. Although it does take some of the compounds we used to test. I suppose we could do another soft run. Because what we could do is, for free practice 2, we could just run on the hards the entire time. Let's just do another soft run. And then, yeah, the parts are fine. We're not going to do any replacement. Okay. And then we'll do a hard and a medium run for the other practices. Really, it should almost be the other way around, typically, but... it's sponsored, you can talk shit. It's not sponsored. How does it compare to Motorsport Manager? Well, we're going to find out. Okay, so... Ooh, that's interesting. K-Mag, we did find optimal traction, but it looks like we went a little... Well, that's interesting. So it is quite different because... I think with Schumacher's initial run, I think we had his front wing angle here, and now we just adjusted it to here. But if it's bad, it makes me think that K-Mag here really doesn't want as much oversteer. He wants a little more understeery. So maybe we'll pull back on his front wing angle. Looks like the brake stability needs a fairly significant change as well. Which maybe the anti-roll bar? Let's swing it this way and see what happens. Although the cornering, it's hard to get. It's tough because the cornering and brake stability are so linked. And now we've broken traction completely. There we go. Okay, let's try this. So yeah, then we have to unpause here. And you have to watch, because you have to hit send out again. It'd be nice if you could like reconfigure and send out as one. And the mag, we've got more changes, so it's taking a lot longer. Yeah, so F2 and F3 drivers are included, but I don't think any of the races are simulated. Yeah, I mean, a front wing change by itself is super fast. And even the rear wing, I guess, yeah, it doesn't take that long. There you go. All right, time 16. We'll let that run. And we do have some extra stuff we could refer to over here. And this will be much more important during the race, of course. And does add in regen drivers. Okay, that's good to know. Because, yeah, you want to run this for multiple seasons, so you clearly need new people coming in from time to time. So, have heard people on... okay, in the first race, when you do it with the tutorial on, it just gets you simulate practice. And when I did that with my Aston Martin try, it gave me sort of a mid-60s car confidence for both my drivers. And we're already better than that here. Well, I guess K-Mag was only at 65, but we're better than that with Shumi, and we should be able to get better with that with Mag. From what I understand, a lot of people, what they do is they manually do practice 1. And if they can get a confidence, like, at or at least near 80, then they're like, well, they simulate the last 2, because they're like, and you'll get a little bit more confidence out of the other sims. Because it's clearly quite time-consuming. Oh, you ran out of fuel before you got your full feedback? Well, that's a little annoying. I mean, we could peak. Presumably it's better. I'll just send you out again. Tell you what, keep the same tires. Actually, switch back to these. They have a little bit more in. And then we're just going to reduce the run length. There you go. There's enough tire for 12 laps. Tell you what, I'll put you in for 11. And yeah, some have slower feedback. That makes sense. So yeah, we're just going to send you back out with the same tire. And that's going to be okay. Although again... Oh, locked up. Damn it. Alright. And then send out.
That's a lockup.
Oh, there you go. We get a replay we could watch of K-Mag locking up. And yeah, hopefully we get the last... Oh, he's heading in. I'm not sure that he finished either.
And how was the grip and balance?
Car felt quite good.
Understood, understood.
When does the pedal spin? Hey now. Alright. And over here, we don't have the full feedback here either. Hopefully things are mostly better. Okay, I will make a tweak here, even though because where we are... Well, that was previous. It's only good. Like, we know there needs to be a little bit more change. Although we might not get a full number out of this. Let's throw this in. I don't think there's very much time left to the practice. It doesn't say it on the screen, does it? That's kind of annoying. Well, we'll probably keep going with the setup tomorrow. Yeah, there's not much time left at all. Like best day one update, we can see how blue flags blocking seems to work. Every stream I've watched, the showcase driver is getting screwed by the computer handles it. Oh, interesting. One thing I really like about this. Oh, it did say it on the bottom right? Oh, dang. Okay. Oh, shit. Then we have to hit send out. You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Yeah, take all around.
That's really annoying.
Okay, understood.
What I like is cars do make some mistakes in practice. I think you might even be able to get a crash here, which never happens in the real game, in Motorsport Manager. That's also, they never crashed in quali in Motorsport Manager, which is crazy, because that's where you see a lot of crashes in real life, because of people pushing it and things. And done.
Okay, you're coming back to us now, Nick.
And that was one of the things I said in Motorsport Manager. One of the problems, even during the race, there wasn't enough car retirements. Except every now and again, when, like, half the field would go away for some reason. Whereas in most Formula 1 races in real life, it's very rare you get through a race that one car doesn't retire. Yeah, there's no porpoising, right? Like, what the hell is this? Although the times... I mean, it's only FP1, but the times seem kind of accurate. I'm sure a Red Bull will get a big kick soon. Oh, yeah, Sparks as well, right? Yeah. Only 12 races ever with no retirement. Exactly. Motorsport Manager, the real game. Yeah, I meant the old game is what I meant to say, but it is kind of funny. But yeah, we can still fast forward this, guys. Like, there's no action coming in. There you go. Okay. So yeah, the confidence, but that's okay. Well, we're gonna do the next one manual here because that's the highest rating. Oh, they did finish with this. Interesting. I didn't realize we get the stats. So the best was over here. if I revert... So the oversteer was bad when it went to the right. So we actually want the oversteer to go to the left. Let's just try that. Okay. And I think I'll do the same thing. I'll bring the wing angle down 1 notch over here and see what that does. And then we're gonna run, let's run some mediums. Actually, no. I'm gonna run hearts. Okay. Might have lost the optimal in K-Mag, yeah.
Okay, radio check again, Mick.
Brum, brum, brum! Okay. Yellow flag instantly. Might have been one of our people.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Vettel! Here, let's watch the
see
replay.
What happened there? Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. Going wide like that could cost them valuable time.
Oh, that's hardly a problem. Come on. And it's only free practice. I didn't spin. He barely went off the track. Like, give me a break there. Started to get irritated. My mouse cursor would not move. Then realized yours on screen. I have been there watching streams or YouTube videos where I get confused about which mouse cursor is which. Okay. So our parts confidence is this one. It's going up pretty slowly. It won't be 100% by the end of this race. K-Mag has not gotten quite as much track acclimatization.
I think we've had a car run wide.
Oh, Verstappen running wide. Ocon. Not much track rubber. It's being laid down a little bit. That'll be interesting to see on quali. Oh, yeah. You want to see what the other what the tires the other drivers are using? There you go. So we can see what the different people are using in practice. We can watch sector times, which is actually quite interesting, I like. Oh, Schumacher is greening a little bit, so some personal bests. That's nice to see. Last lap times, total number of laps, interval from the leader, and then just leader comparison over here, which is probably more useful for the practice time. Yeah, and then there's a bunch more specs that we'll be able to get, like the full tire history, which will be relevant in the race, for example. Yeah, there's actually, I have to say, there's pretty good analytics. Over here as well, like, so we can keep an eye on the, let me bring down the speed here. So yeah, tire brake temps and things as we go. The engine situation. Avoid curbs, stick and dry clean air if we need to bring the heat down, for example. No damage on anything, that's great to see. Yeah, there's our call-in things, which will look different in the actual race. And then team commands, don't find teammates, hold back cars. Some more timing things, car in front, car behind. I quite like this screen. And then, yeah, our telemetry. Although I really would like the screen that they've got in the actual real-life F1, where they've got the, like, augmented reality kind of view with like the speed information things on the halo and the target in front, which would be easier to do in a computer game because you're not having to do like visual recognition, you know? There's no invert car button, but there's don't fight teammate, which is what that is. Consolitis, so of course there's no tooltip. Instead you have to toggle this on. Avoid battling or overtaking their teammate. Give up their position if their teammate tries to overtake them. So that's the swap cars button, basically. You tell the car in front to don't fight. So it does exist, it's just, you know, different. So yeah, we'll go to top speed again, get some stats. We do have some like ERS control. Oh, head into garage. All right. Reconfigure. Oh, we don't actually have the full straights thing. Although overall that's not bad. And yeah, we did have optimal in one of the things. Was it over here? But let's take a look. Let's yeah, just refuel you, stay on the same tire. And yeah, just go right back out again. Oh, session time remaining was right there. So yeah, we'll just refuel mag, K-Mag. Oh yeah, I'm trying to hit the number keys to like change speeds here. And how about you? Okay, yeah, you don't have full info yet either. But it's not bad. Yeah, mostly we're just gonna refuel you and send you right back out. And then you actually pause here because it's got a little completed animation. So you pause, wait for the animation, then send out. Otherwise, you lose a few seconds, which admittedly, see, which lost there. It's not really a big deal, but I do wish there was a reconfigure and instantly send out.
Kev, how's the balance?
Feels pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't, so it doesn't have everything. And I don't think it lists the car confidence here, unfortunately. But yeah, I expected it to look pretty good. Now, I'm just gonna leave them out for this stint. I'm looking for them to get track and part comfort. And I think I will just simulate the free practice 3. Yeah, you're right. I could reduce the fuel consumption so they don't pit early. Although if we keep an eye on their fuel delta here, then we'll know if we have to make an adjustment or not. Right now we're positive delta, so presumably they wouldn't do an early pit on this stint. K-Mag giving us a silent treatment. Don't know why everyone is playing Haas, but I'm here for it. Yeah, it was voted by viewers. I think they're used to thinking of Haas as kind of an underdog, and I think that was maybe the appeal. And Steiner's got such like massive like meme potential, you know? I think that's what it really is. So yeah, just max out. Yeah, we're just gonna try to get them as much of this, and I will just I'll simulate the final practice. But by playing Haas, haven't you fired Steiner? I have become one with the Steiner. I'm Quill 8 Steiner. Quill 8 Steiner. Ferrari big and meme potential. I know! And I kind of wanted to play the red car! I even have headphones for it! Reconfigure and send out button is even more anything at higher speeds. Animations a second, you waste more time. You get 16. Oh, that's true, yeah. Good point. Okay. So, we got the 75 over here. I guess we only have 9 minutes left, so we probably won't get more updates. I'm just going to leave them be as is. I don't think there's enough tire. Yeah. Left, we're just going to throw you out, refill you for 11 laps, and send you out again. And same thing over here. Oh, well, actually, let's take a look. Oh, still 7. All right. Just revert to the 76% setup. How many races is in? This is literally our first race. Confirm. Send out. Send out. And I'm going to just tell them to go light on the tires here. Because we are tire limited, and I don't want you to have a load on track. Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, copy, mate.
What's the situation?
Just take it easy on your tires and, just keep getting used to the track. We'll just burn through the entire set of hards. No reason we want to use them for anything else at this point. Although maybe it increases the chance that they'll have a crash. That would be annoying. And I mean, realistically, they wouldn't gain as much knowledge from the track, I suppose, with bad tires, because they're not going to be able to take the corners the way that they would in reality. Alright, you know what? Just come on in. It's fine. It's near the end. Oh, it's checkered flag session anyway. No. It was the end of the session regardless. Here, I'm just going to ignore you. You're coming in. Shush your mouth. One of the few things I know about racing is that crashing is bad. Tell your drivers not to crash. Okay. I mean, it's kind of a good thing we don't have the old school Haas combo of K-Mag and Grosjean. Because there really were quite a lot of incidents. It was very awkward. We don't like to talk about it the same way with Grosjean because of how things ended up in the end with the Phoenix. But, I mean, it was really something, yeah.
After a day
or
of free
Mazepin,
practice
yes, well, we don't have him
we
either.
wrap up with a third and final session.
I made sure of that
Moving on to
right away
qualifying.
before I even considered
While
Haas
many
as a
eyes may be
possibility.
drifting ahead
Although
to
it would have
the
been fun
big
to fire
race,
him too.
The teams and their drivers will be fully focused on the task at hand here today. Those who make the most of the free practice sessions will head into qualifying knowing that they've given it their all and done everything in their power to cement themselves a good, strong position on the asphalt.
I like you
tomorrow.
seeing the marbles on the tires now.
Strap
That's cool.
yourselves in. This is Formula One.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to just simulate free practice 3. And maybe we'll get lucky and it'll get a few more percentages. That would be nice. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we're just going to simulate the session. I don't know what they're going to do with tires. Stroll Latifi Maple Syrup team considered it. All right. Oh, and K-Mag ended up going 11th and 15. That's not bad. On sops. Setup confidence went up to 79 with both. All right. The Poo team? Oh my god, that's really funny. And you can't say that too often or I'm going to get hungry. Performance bonus. Yeah, so we're at 12 of 15 with all the bonuses we could get from things. We're both at 100% with acclimatization. Not all the way there with part knowledge, I mean, but that'll come next race for sure. And that's not too shabby. No, you can't start in F3, F2 or 3. The F2 and F3 drivers are in the game, but you can't actually do those races as far as I know. So we're going to do quali now. I mean, if by some miracle we can reach Q3, we'll get some bonus money, but I don't think that's going to happen.